Hey, welcome to the Obscure Hotline. I got it right this time. I'm Bronson from Audio Hotline, and this is...
Bark from Obscure Mics.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yes.
It has been, I think the last recording, I think it's been just over half a year.
Dude, that sounds about right. As crazy as that is. Jeez. Oh, man. That is crazy.
That's fatherhood.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, how's that going?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I had an infant. It was, she was 5'9". She was little.
She came
at the time.
Dude,
yeah.
she's gonna play basketball.
Yeah, dude, she's 5.
She's 5'9" from the get-go.
Yeah, from the get-go.
Utah Jazz, yeah. Here we come.
Right? Yeah, I'd love that, dude.
Sweet.
But yeah, so
already the size of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, so she was little to begin with, but she's made up for it though. I mean, she's put on the pounds. You know, I can say that right now, but when she gets a little bit older, probably not. But yeah, you know.
No, you won't be able to say that then.
Yeah, but
that's a bad thing to say.
Yeah, that's an awful thing to say. But yeah, no, it's been good. It's been a learning curve. I think that me like having 9 nieces and nephews before this helped a lot, you know? So it's
that makes sense.
And like some of the things that I probably would panic about, I just am not worried about because I'm like, oh, I've seen that a million times with my nieces and nephews that suck. So it's great. I'm just joking. No, they're great. But yeah, so it's been
they are chopped liver now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's been good though. It's been fun, and that's the main reason that we haven't recorded is because she is going to be 4 months in 4 days. So yeah,
nice. Well, yeah. and I mean, we know how we are with this, anyways. Like,
yeah.
Even when there was not infant, in your words, involved, like we would still go 2 to 3 months sometimes. That's just life. Like that's sure. Just how it goes. Like this is a fucking treat for watchers of these channels, and that's what we want to make it. If we did it every week, you'd be like, I don't care what they're talking about.
Yeah,
but if we like, we throw you a bone every like quarter or half a year.
Dude, that's
semi-annually, whatever. Yeah, you better watch. You better open your eyes and ears because there's gonna be some shit.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I can appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we were like doing pretty good for like a little bit. Like we put out like 2 episodes in like a month, and that was solid. I think we did. I don't know.
I think you're high.
Oh, I might be.
We did.
I mean, I am.
Let's see. Episode 27 was November 18th. And then the one before that was August 16th. So that was a 3-month gap. And then the one before that was April 2nd, which was over a 4-month gap. And then we did do episode 23 and 24 were only about a little over 5 weeks apart. That was a maybe big one.
Yeah, maybe
and
that's
you're
what
right.
I'm thinking of. Yeah.
We had 2 in February, 2 episodes in 1 month.
Come on.
We should have gotten an award.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of which, did you hear that is it the Golden Globes that podcasts are entered in now? Like you can win a Golden Globe for a podcast?
I had no idea.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
We will probably not be nominated.
No. I mean, I think it's like the top 25 are taken into consideration or something like that.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird though, dude? Like I feel like that's just weird.
It is.
Yeah. Golden Globes breaks ground with a new podcast award. Yep. That is.
Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah, I did not hear about that.
Huh. Yeah. It is.
Does that mean we're going to get more followers? Like we're going to blow up soon? Like just because we talk about the gear and now everybody's will be gunning for a Golden Globe?
That's true. Yeah. Well, and I guess that there are some podcasts that I would consider, like that are like storytelling ones that are like, that are good, that are not, us fucking around or like some guy just, messing around. But yeah.
Yeah. We don't even know what we're talking about before we do it. Like
I was literally
like recording, like, what are we talking about? Like, we'll fucking know.
Yeah, for real.
No Golden Globe is happening.
Nope. Oh man, yeah, that was a weird thing. I remember hearing that, and I was like, eh. I felt weird about
I mean,
it
it's
though.
kind of cool.
It's cool.
But
It is cool.
it is weird.
It is. Yeah.
I just like it's all celebrities, man. Like we've talked about this before. Like
Yeah.
podcasts are just the domination is celebrities or people that say controversial shit.
Yeah.
Like right-wing podcasters are real big because I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then there's like, ladies talking about sex. That's real big because everybody wants to hear ladies talk about sex. We don't have any of that. We got nothing.
Yeah, we don't have sex. Yeah. We never have sex.
Yeah, no. We're androgynous.
Yeah, dude.
You ever seen that Marilyn Manson album, Mechanical Animals? That's what me and Bronson look like underneath the clothes.
Yeah. Dude, that
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So what gear are you using?
Definitely. Did you ask what mic I'm using? Is that what you transitioned to?
Yeah.
Instead of transitioning to what Marilyn Manson looked like on the cover of that album.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
I'm Frankenstein in it. So earlier this evening, I released a video that I shot today, and it was taking this Bear Dynamic M70 Pro X microphone that sounded it was awful, terrible sounding mic. And I took a capsule. I did a video a long time ago. It was like, I think I titled it like the Depushang copper top microphone because it was a copper microphone. Like the color was copper, it was metal, and it was super dark and it was super deep. And it just sounded like it was not good. It was way dark, but at the same time, it was smooth. But the darkness was also like boomy.
Yeah.
So I got this cool idea for a build video, and I ordered some capacitors, some film caps. And I was going to solder these to pins 2 and 3 on the XLR and create a high pass filter for that capsule inside this Bear Dynamic M70 Pro X microphone.
Yeah.
Long story short, I threw the capsule in, decided to like get back on camera and be like, phase 1 is complete. The capsule is in. Next comes the caps. But then I was like, oh shit. The sound of this microphone completely changed.
Dude, that's
just by putting it in a different body, which if you don't remember, it's gonna be noisy. That's the Pro X or whatever.
That's right. Yeah.
So I took that mic and I took this cheap ass Amazon Depushang capsule, gonna get noisy. And for whatever reason, there was no transformer connected to that capsule, and there's no transformer in this. It's XLR straight to the capsule. I put the capsule in and threw this on, and the low end was like perfect after that.
Dang, dude.
The body of this changed everything. And then I swapped back and forth between it and my trusty Bear Dynamic M99. And I was like, holy shit. This sounds real close to that now.
Dude, that's crazy.
So that's what I'm on. I'm on a Frankenstein mic, and I threw a windscreen on it and turned on a little light compression and no EQ. And I'm like, I'm real damn happy with the way this sounds.
Yeah, I mean, through my headphones, like it sounds really good. I mean, it's just hard to tell, like in this setting.
Oh yeah, through ECAMM.
But yeah, so it's like, but I mean, I think it sounds good as far as I can tell, but
I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah.
And also disappointed because I could not use the caps.
Yeah,
yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
And I was going to use what you're on, which is
the FiFine Tank1. I had to think about it for a second. Because
the dudes, I will call them, like Clay Allen, Mike Newman, Kevin over at Back to the Retro, like some of the other microphone dudes that are doing these things are really high on that microphone you're using right now. Like it has been seems to be the focus of the month is the Tank1.
Yeah. No, I actually, this is one of the few times that I've actually done this, but I actually watched Newman's video of this because I'm a little bit out of practice, and I wasn't like gonna steal anything. I was just gonna steal like his script and like what he talks about and just the
and he'd
basic
be so
stuff.
cool with that, yeah.
But yeah,
Great
so
dude.
I definitely did like it on his voice for sure, and I feel like him and I, well, I mean we have different voices, but they're like similar-ish to the point that I feel like
agree.
it would sound good on mine, So
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I feel like so I wasn't worried about using it on this because I feel like it should sound pretty good. And like the plosives and everything, peanuts. But yeah, so I feel
I
like
don't know if it's ECAMM, but I got no pops at all.
Yeah, dude, I feel like it's actually pretty good so I'm excited about it. I think it could be cool. I think that, okay, this is the one thing that I said in my video. I filmed the initial part of my video, and then I'm going to do like the tests and then like the review section later. But I filmed it, and I was like, the one issue that I have with it is that this is like essentially like a pod mic that can do a little bit more, right? But that's like kind of what FiFine has done, is like they've always kind of given essentially like a clone or something similar to another kind of microphone.
A cheap alternative.
Yeah, and they've given it more, and it's a cheap alternative, exactly. But this is $130. Like, and the pod mic is
it's
$99.
not that cheap.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I just feel weird about that. Like, not that I think that this should necessarily be like $89 or anything, but I'm just like, I just feel weird that FiFine isn't doing what they usually do, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
But it's like at the same time, I'm just like, yeah, like, but yeah, I don't know.
I want to believe that they are putting a little more into things. I still don't quite understand. Oh, that's not the K669D. The K669D is like almost as heavy as that thing. Yeah. The build quality between that and the Tank1, like they're not that far apart. Yet one is $30 and one is $130. So I am confused by that as well. I want to believe that they are putting more research and development into their mics. I also want to believe that Rode is selling more off name recognition, because like I don't think the original pod mic sounds it's fine. It's okay. It's like clear and concise, and if you add a little low end, it's fine. A little low end. But I people comment all the time on like the FiFine videos and the this and that videos, and like, oh, with the build quality, you're getting this and that lasts forever. Actually, Kevin and Clay were talking about it on their podcast last night, and I watched a little bit of that. Dude, being somebody that like that opens these mics up all the time and switches capsules and plays around, and like, dude, they're none of these are that much different inside. Like a dynamic capsule at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10 is a dynamic capsule. Like the only thing I have seen, like the Shure SM7B, the Shure SM58, the capsules in those are different. Like they're longer, they're heavy, they're built really well. So I get why Shure does this, but like most other even big name microphones I've opened up, there is a plastic housed capsule in them. So I don't subscribe to that whole like brand name, you know what you're getting. Like,
yeah,
the only mics I've ever had die on me are brand name. So
same. Yeah.
And that's not a slight against anyone, because I have a Rode M1 handheld microphone over there, and it has a capsule similar to a 58. It's beefy, it's longer, it's, but shit, I bet if you open up the pod mic, like there's nothing special in there. It's heavy because of the shell that it's in.
For sure.
And I'm sure that FiFine, there's probably nothing special in there, but it's beefy and it's heavy, and the capsule sounds good. And maybe they think because of guys like us, liking their products, that it's time for them to start charging for research and development. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I do think that, like, I mean, the thing that you showed me, and well, actually, I watched your video. It was a member's video. I think it wasn't you specifically showing me, but it was like FiFine was like the #1 microphone like on Amazon or something like that. I think it was like the AM8, weren't they? Like they're like top 3 or something like that. It was crazy, dude. I was like,
yeah.
I was blown away by that. And I think that the AM8 has like an insane amount of like Amazon reviews. Like,
yeah, it does. And I think every time you look at a FiFine product, like whether Amazon's lying or not, it's like sold, this product has sold 3K this month or 4K this month. They're like,
dude,
people on Amazon don't, most people hopping into audio that sure is maybe the same level of recognition to them as the Mayonos and FiFines that have been shoved in their face on Amazon for years.
That's fair.
Most people, unless you're into it, that may be appealing.
5.3 thousand reviews. Dude, that mic goes, it's right now, it's on sale for $45.
Which one?
The AM8.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Huh. Yeah. So, but that's one thing. Oh yeah. Hey, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Doesn't sound as good as I remember, honestly. But.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like, it's definitely your budget microphone. They can do a lot of stuff that is just, and I don't think it necessarily sounds like stellar or anything, but like it's good enough for a lot of people.
It's FiFine.
Yeah. But I don't know. Do you think that this is kind of a little bit of it's just something that you said, but do you think that Amazon lies about like the reviews and everything?
I honestly don't know. I have just seen a lot of comments like I did maybe it was a members only video, but I did something just going through Amazon and like basically talking about what you could get on there and what was good, what was not. I don't know. And I feel like there were multiple comments of like, if those reviews are accurate. And I'm like, that's the only thing that makes me question. And there's, I can't prove it, but I'm pretty positive Mayono spams the fuck out of their review section. Like
they do.
I think I think a lot of companies probably pay for reviews. I mean, you were getting ready to talk about some of the crazy ass emails you've gotten.
Yeah.
And I like the past 3 weeks, dude, has been nonstop emails wanting me to review everything from fucking candles to, gear that falls in line. Like I currently have a stack that I'm like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get ahead of all this.
Yeah. I get
the stuff is coming in hot and heavy. And a lot of those don't even ask for a video.
Yeah.
A lot of those are like Amazon review. So like how many people are getting sent stuff simply to post an Amazon review? So I think that's where that kind of fakeness, maybe that's what they mean.
Yeah. And that does make sense to me, is like, it's not necessarily Amazon lying about it. It's the companies maybe doing something a little dirty,
Good point. Yes. Yes.
But I was just like, I remember I think that it was the video that I'm talking about and the one that you're talking about. I think that is the one that the comment was on, because I remember it and I was like, I don't feel like Amazon lies about it. But then I got thinking about it and I was like, yeah, like that, it does make sense that Mayono and FiFine probably, fudge it a little bit. I would assume not. Like, honestly, when there's 5.3 thousand reviews, I doubt that many of those reviews are really even affecting it, like of people that were sent the microphone, because they're not sending 1,000, like they're not sending 1,000, they're not even sending 500 reviews, like units, like that's that's
they didn't
wild.
even ask me about the Tank1 until like a week and a half ago, and everybody else already had it. I honest to God, like I think Mayono spams the shit out of everything, but I don't really think FiFine does. Like every time I post a FiFine video, it's one of the highest viewed videos I post, like a couple weeks after I post it. So I don't know, man. I think FiFine's just doing it right. I think Mayono is doing an okay job, and I feel like they have just fallen off a cliff. Like I don't see much new coming from there, and what new I do see, I don't buy, because they used to send me everything and they quit because of a couple negative videos.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna unless it's intriguing. I've kind of quit buying shit. I don't know about you. I literally just quit buying stuff.
Yeah, no, I've stopped buying stuff too, but I do have. Oh my gosh, come on, focus on me. What are you doing? Sony,
look at me,
come on, Sony. What are you talking?
Look at me, baby.
Jesus, Sony.
There it is.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's like the newest thing I know about is that, and that's been out for a minute.
Yeah, they sent it to me a little while ago, and that's like the thing is like these companies. I don't tell them whether I'm going to make a review or not. Like I'm not like I just am like, if you want to send it, you can send it. I will most likely make a review about it, but I'm not necessarily going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, but I don't know how it sounds or anything. I'm gonna
seems to be a copy of a FiFine, and that's what I've noticed too. Is like Mayono seems to be copying like the FiFines of the world, where FiFine's trying to give you alternatives to roads and stuff. So it's like, what are you doing, Mayono? That looks like a FiFine that got released like 3 years ago.
Yep. Yeah, I don't understand that either, and that is it's very weird, dude. Especially like companies like that. Like you'd think you'd want to make a mark and not just like trick a buyer essentially on Amazon. Just be like, but you think you'd want to like, level up with Mike Newman.
You want to level up with Mike Newman, steal his video ideas and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I think they're just in it for the Amazon. I think Mayono's like, when people refer to the term like the Amazon companies, Mayono just kind of slots into that, in my opinion.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Rodecaster video for the audio and video. So
hey,
there
using the Yamaha AG06 Mark II, which is what I use just about every time. But I did attempt to use this tonight. The MKII MCaster Studio.
Nice.
That's normally like $329.
Jeez.
Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was on sale at Musician's Friend for $69 the other day. And it's really freaking cool, at least at first.
Oh,
but
really?
The preamp, not great.
Huh.
And where it's not bus powered and you have to plug it into a power source. I tried to use it tonight and I got EFI. I got the electronic interference, I assume, from the its own power cable. Because I don't know about you, but everything besides the road interfaces, I feel like if it needs a power plug and it's one of these, like, just not a computer style power plug, I feel like it always has noise.
Yeah, like a what are the like a 12 volt or 7.4 whatever.
I feel like it always produces noise. So
yeah, definitely
I had this plugged into that for like a minute and I was like, nope, not doing it.
Yeah. That's rough. Yeah, dude, because I have the DLZ creator. Or the wait. I don't know which one.
That's right.
Yeah, DLZ creator, and then there's like the extra small one, right? Like the XS, is that what it's? But
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like the preamps in that were good, I thought.
Yeah, that's supposedly a 60 dB, preamp, but it's a noisy one. Like it not good at all.
That's rough, dude. That's crazy that it went on sale that much. Is it just like just a mixer, or is it like
it's got DSP. Like there's a broadcaster setting and a deep caster setting. It's got all the stupid voice changing stuff, which is better than the Mayonos of the world or whatever. Like it's got some features.
Yeah.
It's not anything super special. I like the processing. Like I plugged it in the house and used like a just run of the mill handheld dynamic on it. And I was impressed then, but when I get it on the desk, which, I have lighting and I have a USB hub with LED lights behind it that I hang my headphones on. And it's like stuff, it's like the electrical interference just makes it unusable on my desk. If I take it inside and it's by itself on a table, it's fine. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It does some cool stuff. I was pretty impressed with the, I think it was called contouring, maybe. Like if you put it on broadcast mode or deep cast mode or bright mode, like you have a dial, you know, and that dial controls the intensity of that processing.
Yeah.
So, and it actually works really well. So I was excited to use it tonight, and now I'm not.
That's a bummer. Yeah, anyway. Dude. It honestly sounds like just a small version of the Creator then. Like
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Which is what
sound pads.
What I wanted for the Rodecaster, like Solo or something. I don't know, but
yeah, I would buy a Rodecaster Solo in a heartbeat if they made one. Which you know, you got is it called the Duo?
Yeah,
that's pretty close to what I need, but I don't want to pay the price.
Yeah,
not when I don't need it.
I have two if you want one.
No, I'm good. No, I'm not going to take a $500, $600 device from you. No, you're good. Why you got two? How the hell does that happen?
I don't. It just happened.
You bought one and they sent you one, didn't you?
Exactly. That's exactly how it happened.
I've been there, and then only with cheap stuff. So
well, and then I've been like, I'll just sell it. And then I just haven't. You know, so
that's how that goes too.
Yup. So now one is over here and one is over here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But now my Rodecaster, the RCP2, is just in the closet. So yeah, I don't know, but
yeah. Well, I mean, when are you going to use all those inputs? I guess. And you wouldn't use that to make music if you wanted to make music. That's not what you're going to grab.
No.
Hell, you got what, an SSL2 Plus right beside you too? What the fuck do you use all this stuff, Bronson?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I have no room to talk. There's I have a freaking rack with stuff I've never used in it.
Yeah. No, I would say that this and my Apollo Twin, the SSL2, and this is the Mark II, and the Apollo Twin, it's like a little bit older, are like the main ones that I use for music stuff. But then I have I keep the 2i2 on my desk at all times just to review stuff with. But yeah. So yeah, there's like a Duo, a Mix Pre 6, and
you've had that for a while, to be fair, though.
Yeah, I have.
That was your go-to for a long time.
Yeah. So then I have the F3 right here, and then the Focusrite, and then the SSL2, and then on the other side, I got the Rodecaster Video. So that's what we do.
Yeah. You know, it's what we do. I've got stuff in boxes. I don't have anything like, you know me, I don't keep anything expensive, so I don't have anything like that. But I've got about as many $100 to $200 interfaces as, you know, a studio could probably use and record everything they need to do.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. Yeah, I need to sell some shit.
What do I use on the regular? Not much, you know.
Yeah, I know.
This Yamaha mixer.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I feel you, man. I feel you. But
hey, the studio looks rad.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
So much
your studio looks sweet.
Yeah, and you already bought it or got it sent to you, so it's not like you're hurting. You know, if you're ever hurting, like a estate sale, boom.
Sell it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. But so speaking of gear and stuff, dude, so we were talking about emails earlier and before this podcast, and there have been so many emails, like probably honestly more than ever, I would say.
I think I can share that sentiment, at least for the month of May.
Yeah, dude, it has been insane.
For May, though, I was not getting much.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, I really wasn't. But they are just so random. They're so incredibly random.
Is any of it good or exciting?
Honestly, well, the stuff that I'm talking about in particular, there's a lot of treadmills. And I'm like, I get it. I need to get on one. but come on, guys, like, don't be a dick, you know? But they're like, hey, audio hotline, do you want to try this treadmill? And I'm like, dude, do you like, you don't know who you're sending this to. Like, I know that you don't, but like, come on, dude. It's in the name.
It's all the same.
It's in the name.
We've watched your channel and we feel it aligns perfectly with our brand new treadmill.
Yep. I'm very curious if I could find one of these. Dude.
You know what I hate?
Ridiculous.
I hate when I get an offer of something that like I will do that has nothing to do with audio. They'll always email the Obscure Mics email, but like every once in a while I'll get like an e-bike, like, oh, this electric bike, and I'm like, fucking send that shit.
Tempted, yeah.
And nothing happens. They never send it. I never get it, and I never get another email, and I'm like, what the hell? And then the one time I did get an email back, they're like, well, you need to, it's an $899 bike. We're giving you a discount. It's going to cost you $400. I'm like, no.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm not buying it. So, that you came to me. I didn't come to you. I don't have to have an e-bike, but for free, I'll take one.
Yeah, for real. So this one was sent to me on, May 13th, 2025. And it says, I'm from like Soul Fitness or something. So we've been impressed by your fantastic content and believe there's a great opportunity for both of us to collaborate. And it's like, really? And then it goes into it. It's like a free, G1M plus bike or treadmill and rowing machine. And it's like, geez, dude. And a $100 discount for your followers. And I'm like, sounds pretty good to me.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, dude. It's
might make
wild.
me start a new channel. I don't know.
Right.
Obscure fitness.
Yeah, dude.
Fitness hotline.
I literally just typed in treadmill on like on my Google search for like just Gmail, and there's literally like 20 emails here just about like if I'll review a treadmill. It's wild, dude.
Whoa. That's a lot for a specific product.
Dude, I think that, they're just telling me something and I'm hearing it loud and clear.
We've been watching your channel. We think you need to get your ass in gear.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, come on, dude.
Not audio gear.
Yeah. Yeah, but I actually, when you said candle, I did have a candle one, and I thought that was very funny. I've also had baby bags, but it hasn't been like since I've been like a father, so I don't know.
Right.
But
yep.
Yeah.
Sex toys, get a lot of sex toy offers.
Dude, that's crazy. I've never seen that.
Yes, all of them, and I've never seen a one. Dude, just because, go ahead, send it.
Well, I think that
never shows up.
I don't know. Maybe this is, I don't know, but I think that what these companies do is they send it to like every email essentially that they could possibly find. And then the ones that say yes, they actually go in and research if if we'd be right for them. I don't know, but maybe.
Right. Or they send the stuff to the first 50 replies that give them
that too.
And then everyone else they just ignore. Cause I know they're not, if we're getting emails about this product, how many people are getting emails about the product? If we don't jump on it immediately, we're left in the cold.
Dude.
So
it's the funniest thing to me also when like a bunch of creators get linked on one email and they just
all reply
all reply on it, and it's like, dude, you guys, and there's always like one asshole that's like, hey, you guys fucking know that like every one of us 300 can read these shit, right? It's like, dude, it's
right.
So funny, dude. I love it.
Yep.
I'm the asshole that says that every time.
Yep. Yeah. Some of it's just so dumb.
Oh man, that's fun. But yeah. What else is new?
Well, I mean, if we're sticking to gear a little bit, there is one thing that I am actually excited about. but also I'm excited about it, but I feel like companies need to like really think about what they're sending and think about who the gear is catered to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty pumped about this X Vive More You interface. Like, it's kind of cool. But you know what? I know you got one. X Vive send, So me and you, this would be a great video if me and you could do this together, because the whole point of it is linking them up.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so glad that you mentioned this. Yeah.
The whole point of this is to link up.
Yep.
And like for me reviewing it as a standalone unit, I'm basically going to be talking about the preamp and the headphone amp and the build quality, and that's just about it.
Yeah.
Because I can't link up with anyone because I've got one.
Dude,
so I'm a little confused by that.
I totally get it. Yeah, I've had that exact same. I actually brought it up to the person that sent this to me. I was like, hey, I kind of figured that you would like send this and the like additional like possible like link setup thing, that I can't remember what it's called. It's like the
is there a separate? I thought if you had two units, you could just link them.
Well, you can, but you can also buy like an external like link thing, and it's like pretty cool that way, but it's like also you didn't send it, like, and that's like a big selling part of this, like this unit, because like if that part sucks, but I say that this part's good, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I guess I'm just going to review it as an interface and pitch the part that I can't show you. And
what is it called?
The build quality is really cool.
Yeah,
everything about it's pretty nice. I was pretty excited when they said, "Hey, you want to check this out?" Like I do. And then I got just the hub and was like, "Okay."
Yes.
There's nothing special about it if you only have one.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's like the thing is, I'm assuming that the quality is going to be the same through this unit. It's called the X5 Audio More U 2X expansion unit. And it's like said to have like true gain, like true 60 dB of gain and everything. And I have to assume that it's good if this is good, but I like also don't want to assume that it's good if this is good. You know, like, I don't know, man. It's just kind of weird that way. But
the expansion unit looks like a scaled back version of the interface.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't need the control stuff. But then like then it like plays with this essentially. And then I think that like the more,
I bet the internals are the same though. So I would imagine if one is good, then the other is the same.
I mean, I would assume so.
That is curious.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just kind of, but I think that you can link like two of these together and everything. Yeah. Like I think that you can. I think that you can.
I wonder if you can link a regular interface, since it is. I know it says the XLR has some digital component to it, like the in and out or in the back. Could I run a different interface?
Yeah,
into it? I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna find out.
Well, I don't know, man. It's just weird, but it is a very cool concept. Like, because like
if all your bandmates had one of these units,
it's pretty sweet. And I will say, I don't know, dude. It's just kind of. I also do think it is a bit musician focused for what it is, but I actually think it could be perfect for podcasts. Like
I agree.
Like
if it had some DSP, it would be even more. Perfect,
but. I feel like they were trying to cater to maybe too many things instead of just like focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think it is very cool.
I think they're everyone's trying to innovate a little bit right now. So maybe, I mean, kudos to them for doing something different, because the Shure MV7i or whatever the one is with the interface built in, like, you know, that was cool and innovative. Like, and there's, you know, Rode's new wireless set that can connect Bluetooth without having a receiver. That's not groundbreaking, but there's not much of that out there.
Yeah.
So, and then Shure's Move Mic, the little, you know, what the hell is that called? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying
to think. The one that
think.
connects to your phone and comes with a receiver or whatever. Like, that's one of the best products I've used in a long freaking time. So I mean, at least there's a few places out there trying to do something different. I'm just, the more you hub is I don't know, at $329 a pop, like, are all your bandmates going to grab one, or are you just going to get a big Mackie mixer? And
exactly. Well, and that's like the thing is, I could understand this device if you, like, for instance, if this was in like a studio room, like, and you can plug this in, have the mics going out of it, and then you need something like across the room or something, you know, like, and then you just send it out of the Moore or whatever XLR, and then you send it across the room and it's good. And then you have your headphones, and then you have like everything just right there. But also $260 for the expansion thing, it seems like a little steep, right? Like,
it does. I mean, it's only what, $69 cheaper than grabbing another standalone unit.
Well,
and that has, the one thing cool about that is the talk button. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, to talk to your bandmates, be like, hey, motherfuckers, you're playing in the wrong note.
Yeah. No, I do love the talk button on, that's one thing that I do like a lot from Universal Audio, like their Apollo Twin and stuff. It's, yeah. I've always loved that. And I actually did use it a lot when I was recording like bands and stuff. It was awesome. But yeah, I don't know. But, and also,
it's interesting. I haven't plugged it in yet. Have you plugged yours in? Have you done anything with it?
No. But and also though, like, it is very nice for, like, the talk thing for podcasting is great. Like, if I just needed to tell you something and just like, that's awesome. Like,
that is cool.
It's very cool. So I like it. I like that concept. I just feel weird about the expansion unit and not being able to try that with it, since it is such a big selling point.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I want to buy
we
it?
had the time to link up with them and just review them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just kind of weird, but it is a cool device though. It seems cool, at least. But yeah. Yeah.
At least we have gear to talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
I've got that basin mic that you did. And I can't wait to take that apart, because I think people are getting a little crazy with their mic conspiracy theories.
Yes. That was a comment that was left on my video where someone was talking about how companies are putting small diaphragm condenser microphones in large diaphragm casings, essentially, and like selling it as a large diaphragm when it is actually a small diaphragm. And I'm like, honestly, that sounds like just as expensive as just using a large diaphragm.
Exactly. Yeah, and I get the point of like the Lewitt LCT 240 that has a bezel around it that gives it that, but you can clearly see on the back that it's got a small diaphragm. And then like the MXL 990 has a brass ring around its medium-sized capsule. Like, companies have been doing things, but that's supposedly for like sound rejection purposes.
Yeah.
And the Lewitt LCT 240, I feel like that's solely for looks, because the front of the capsule looks really cool, and in the back you can tell it's. But this person was literally saying a shell of a large diaphragm, so it looks exactly like a large diaphragm, but inside is a small diaphragm. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, this basin company is not, like, I look through the documentation and there's some typos and shit. I'm pretty sure this is a Chinese company or something. You know, I don't think it's like, And the capsules over there, you can buy a capsule off AliExpress for $12. A true large diaphragm, it's the shittiest one. It's like the harsh up top,
Yeah.
But you can get a smoother, decent one for like 20 some bucks. Like they're not throwing those in a shell of a large diaphragm.
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
No, for sure. Well, and that's like the thing and he mentions Lewitt specifically. And it felt weird because I was like, I feel like the 240 Pro has always been like, it's never been like stated or anything that it was a large diaphragm or anything. I'm pretty sure. And I was actually just looking on B&H and I don't see anywhere that says large diaphragm or anything. And I
feel like I have.
I don't know. I feel like,
verbiage.
I don't know. I want to look at Lewitt's website because
I think it used to be, and I think too many people have pointed it out, and I want to say they changed it.
That's fair. Yeah. If they did do that, that is kind of gross because I think that isn't a large considered over 1 inch and that's like a 0.6 or 0.7 inch or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah. I feel like it used to be considered a large, they used to call it a large. The 240, like before the Pro, like the original 240, do you remember that?
Yes.
It actually had the buttons on it. I think it had a high pass or two, and
yes.
But it was a 240. It was a large diaphragm. So why the 240 Pro is a small diaphragm is beyond me.
Huh.
But
yeah, that is interesting.
Oh, okay. Even Recording Hack says the LCT 240 Pro is a scaled down version of Lewitt's LCT 240, lacking the switches such as the pad low cut and Lewitt's clipping history feature. The mic has a different capsule than the more expensive mics. It is not a full 25.4 or 1 inch diaphragm, though the physical design resembles a large diaphragm. The Lewitt Pro shares the same small 17 millimeter electric capsule as the 240. Oh, I guess the 240 did have a 17 millimeter. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
leave it to Recording Hacks. Always good info.
Yeah, for sure. So what's considered a small diaphragm then? Isn't it like under a half of an inch?
Well, this was set. What's 17? What's 17 millimeter translate to? 0.66. So that's over half inch. I don't know. Let's see.
This is AI overview, might I add. So who knows? But it does say right here is typically defined as a diaphragm size of half an inch. So 12.7 millimeters.
Is a small?
Is considered a small. So something less than that. So that would mean that the LCT 240 Pro lives in a medium diaphragm world, essentially.
Right. Yeah. If you get technical with it, because there is small. I mean, I bought, I'm super excited about this build, but I bought off Amazon some like really tiny electric condenser capsules. They're like, I don't know, the size of an eraser on a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that should be small. And then I guess that, the Lewitt would be a medium. And then I wonder how big the 990 capsule is. MXL.
I don't know.
Capsule size, because that's bigger. Oh, it says it's a small. Recording Hacks calls it a small 17 millimeter.
Really?
And a 22 millimeter diameter capsule.
That technically defeats what I just said, so I don't know. Because if they said 17 millimeters is small, then this is like 12.7 millimeters is small. So who knows? So yeah, I don't know.
Super confused.
Yeah,
because I know for fact that the MXL 990 capsule is bigger than the Lewitt LCT 240 capsule. It just is.
Gotcha.
Like it's It's bigger.
Dude, it
okay.
actually...
Okay, and the USB version is 19.9. I don't fucking know. I give up. I'm sick of looking at it.
Dude.
That's on all this.
That's wild, though. Huh. Yeah, so it is saying that... It said that the 990 was 17 millimeters, but also that the 240 Pro was 17 millimeters?
Yeah. But I mean...
Okay.
If you look at pictures of them, it's clear that that's not true.
I wonder if... Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just... It's crazy.
Like, the size of the LCT 240 capsule is literally the same that's in like a Neewer NW700. It's that small. It's one of those that you got a million of. Like, well, I mean, if you take mics apart all the time because you're goofy and lost your mind, I've got a ton of those capsules laying around.
Yeah.
And I know they're not all the same, but like I've got a ton of those capsules that are like the little nickel colored metal with like 5 holes punched out of the front. Like I've got a bunch of those, and that's what's in the 240. And I've got a 990 capsule sitting in a zipper bag, and it's probably double the size of that. I mean, it looks like it's double the size, but it's probably not truly double.
Interesting. Huh. I don't know, man. You know, it's a mystery for someone else
rambling about capsules
to find out. Apparently. Wait, one more thing. One more quick thing that I was just looking up. What is the size of the NW700, the capsule?
Pretty sure 16 millimeter.
Oh, okay. So it is like, yeah, it's essentially the same size as the 240, like you were saying, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Dude, why does it not just pop up? That's weird. Huh, okay, well, yeah, I don't know.
You talk about something. I'm capsule digging. You know why? I got him. I got him right beside me. I don't know why I didn't.
There we go. Now we're cooking with gas, and it smells like gas.
Peanut oil. I'll tell you what now. There's the 990 capsule. We're gonna learn today.
Gonna learn what a large capsule looks like today.
We gonna learn today, boys. Let me tell you. All right, here we go. I'm gonna enlarge myself. That's what she said. So here is what's in the Lewitt. Like it may be 1 millimeter off or not 1 millimeter off. So you got all this black bezel, but the silver in the center is the electric condenser capsule.
Gotcha.
Which, you know, is the size of my fingertip.
Gotcha.
That's what's in the Lewitt. Here's what's in the 990. So it's got that big bezel, but when you turn it around, clearly.
I mean, yeah. Huh.
Clearly bigger.
Huh. That is...
So, yeah.
That is weird.
It is.
Huh.
Now, whether, like, you know, maybe underneath all that gold, maybe that's surrounding too, but even still, I know the one is clearly bigger than the other.
Huh. Yeah, dude, that is wild.
I am C3PO, human relations robot. Or I can't remember the exact. Yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
I've got a bag of capsules.
Nice.
A bag of... Check this out. This is fun. That's how I spend my spare time.
Dude, I wish that I honestly...
Boards and capsules and wires and yay.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I wish that I just don't enjoy that part. I don't know why I don't. I feel like it is something that I would enjoy, but I just don't I don't know. I just don't like taking them apart and putting them together.
I don't know. It's there's something about trying to see what kind of sound you can get out of random parts.
And that's like the thing, like that makes sense to me why I would be, you know, interested in it, but I don't know. I've tried it and I'm just not, but maybe I was just in a bad mood the several times I've done it.
I mean, it's not just you. I mean, Bandrew never takes apart mics, or he doesn't want to mess with them, and a lot of people don't either. And then there's a guy that watches my channel named Rich Keltz, pretty cool dude. He will send me random pictures of he'll just capsule swap, just to capsule swap, just to he sent me all kinds of stuff. He took a FiFine, one of the condensers, one of their, maybe it was K669D or C, the condenser one.
Mm-hmm.
He took one of those and sanded it down and polished it all the way down to the metal and made it silver, and then stuck a different capsule in it, and just having a good time with it.
Yeah, dude. Maybe I just need to start with something very easy. I think that's my problem too.
Dynamic.
Yeah,
it just does not get any easier than capsule swapping the dynamics. Now, I'm not going to tell you which mic it was, because I don't want anybody to be ashamed of me. But I had this microphone, and it could fetch me a pretty penny, and I don't use it that much. And I have shipped it out 3 times, and I have gotten it back 3 times.
Really? Why?
All 3 times, the package got jarred so hard that the capsule popped out. And two of the 3 times, the capsule popped out so hard. No, one time it popped out to where I could just reconnect 2 pieces of broken wire. And I did that, got it working again, sent it out, had to resell it. Second time, it got jarred so hard the capsule flew out of its mount and ripped the wire straight off the circuit board. And this thing has filters, and it was buried and hidden in the filter. I had to take every component of this microphone apart to solder the wire back into the board that was hidden by a filter. Pain in the ass.
Dude, can I take a guess?
I don't enjoy that.
Can I take a guess?
Yes, but I'll only tell you if you're right.
If I'm right, yeah.
By text.
Okay. Caddy 100.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that did happen to me with that. And I did fix it. And that was the one time I was like, hey, good job. Way to go. So it did.
I'm going to text it to you. You're not going to disclose it.
Okay. I will tell everyone once I see it. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked by that.
The capsule's mounted in the shocking thing is that I would even entertain not owning it.
That is shocking. But
yeah, because it's a great mic.
Yeah. But dude, that is actually, I guess I can see that. Looking at it and everything. Yeah, that is, huh.
Well, the capsule is mounted solely with a elastic rubber mount. It's not screwed in. It's not glued in.
Yeah.
It's frictioned in with a rubber circular. What's the word I'm looking for? Gasket. Almost like a gasket.
Yeah. Dude, I just can't believe the Blue Yeti would do that, though.
I know. Fucking Yeti. Shit. Yeah. Yep. So I'm stuck with the Yeti. No, actually, it's gone. It's gone. I sold it for a final last time, and I added some glue to make sure that wouldn't happen again.
Dude, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I am actually, this would be a very fun episode to do, is just to grab the microphones that we are absolutely the least proud of that we own and just talk about them.
That's a great episode.
Yeah, I think that's a fun idea. I think because the Yeti is definitely one of mine, and I know it's just buried somewhere. I was actually trying to think of it, but I know that I literally bought it for, I think it was actually a FiFine comparison. And
don't you hate that,
dude? And I was literally like, I'm gonna take this back when I'm done. I'm going to take this back when I'm done because I don't want it. I do not want it. I still have it. So that was like
Yeah,
4 years ago.
Dude, so there's a local podcast in my town that I'm like their technical consultant.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like it's a Democrat. It's our county Democrat office basically started a podcast.
Okay.
And they hollered at me to help them out. And I've been giving them gear. So I gave them the Taeyoon Q12, a little mixer.
Oh, yeah.
I gave them one of those, and I gave them I actually bought one and gave them one, a Takstar CM60, I think, pencil mic.
Okay.
Because they don't know how to use microphones at all. So I figured if I grabbed 2 Takstar pencil mics, and like they have this chair, this double like high back chair set up with a table behind them, like a little sofa table, and I got boom arms mounted to that, and the pencil mics are like probably 1.5 feet away from them, but angled towards their mouth, so they don't pop them, they don't blow into them.
Yeah.
And I got those turned up on the Taeyoon Q12 loud enough to where, you know, it picks up their voices and it sounds way better than what they were using before, which was ironically like Newer NW700s, but they had them set up into dress because they didn't know, and you couldn't hear anything.
Dude, yeah.
Like it was real bad. So hooked them up with those, and I hooked them up with a really run-of-the-mill multi-pattern Galaxy audio condenser mic. I did a video recently on it. To set in the middle of a table for when they had a bunch of guests, and it's set in omni mode, and it sounds way better than what they had, which was a single toner USB cardioid mic pointed in one direction, and you couldn't hear the other people around it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I know it's a struggle, and they're doing, you know, they just don't know, and they're older folks. So it made perfect sense why they didn't know. It's not young kids that know how to do research like it's older folks, and they're doing good with it. But they did a podcast episode where they had to use their computers to talk remotely to like politicians, and they asked if I could like help them out. And they've offered to pay for everything, but I haven't made them pay for a single thing. So that's why I'm using Takstar and Taeyoon gear.
Yeah.
You know, I'm setting them up to where they're happy, but they don't know that what I'm giving them is like, you know, super dirt cheap. But I gave one of the women that does, you know, the podcast, there's like 2 girls and a guy, or 2 guys and a girl. Like I hooked them all up with new stuff for remote stuff, and I gave her a blue snowball. And I was so happy to get that fucking thing out of my building, out of my studio.
Yes.
I was so thrilled. I was like, God, I've been looking at that thing. Like, I can't sell this. Nobody will buy it.
No.
And I'm not going to sell it on eBay because by the time I ship it, like I might lose money.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
So I gave it to her, and I was thrilled to get it.
Oh, dude, that is actually, If anyone wants a blue snowball that's listening to this, let me know, because I have it.
You just gotta pay for shipping.
Yeah, exactly. I will send that wherever you want if you pay for shipping.
Yeah,
dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh,
we should do a Blue Yeti episode.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
Get on Yetis.
Yeah, I'm down.
And not mention it, not say anything about it.
Just
talk on them. Maybe even like disguise them, put like the biggest windscreen and take them off their mount and like boom them or something, and like
I love it.
See
if
anybody notices.
Just put it. I'll just like put it upside down and just like have it be, just like a little bit out of frame. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tape a square windscreen on it. That way you just no clue of what it might be.
Dude, that thing is so chunky. That thing is the chunkiest bitch I've ever seen, dude. It's wild, man. Oh man.
And what's even more wild is it doesn't sound bad.
No. Yeah.
I mean, it's not great.
I mean, it's not great. Bad. Yeah, but I mean, there are definitely worse. Well, yeah. I mean, the snowball exists, so as long as the snowball exists, it's better than that. So,
yeah,
and the NW700 and 800, and I mean, there are definitely microphones that it sounds better than, but yeah,
it's still bottom of the, if. You can grab a FiFine or MKII mic and be in way better shape. Yeah, for sure. Especially for what a lot of people do with those microphones. I feel like, dude, the Yeti, it was wild that it boomed so much. It just like... Yeah, I know, because it just picks up room noise.
It's just crazy. Especially people like just not knowing the capsule, like, oh my gosh. Yeah. It was wild. But
now I totally get it if like people set that in the middle of a table and took advantage of the polar patterns and just, I get it if you're just trying to upgrade from an Omni mic in a phone or because there is improvements, that shitty Galaxy audio condenser mic I gave to the Democratic podcast thing, like they sound a million times better with their round table all talking into that mic than they did before.
I'm sure. Yeah.
It at least makes the sound like it may not be listenable for like you or me, but like for anyone who doesn't know, like it's a huge improvement.
Which is a lot of people. Yeah.
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 That's why now, like, if anybody ever messages me like, hey, I want to start a podcast, what should I get? Like, honest to God, you'll probably be okay if you go to Walmart and grab a Singing Machine handheld dynamic. I mean, for real, you will probably be okay. It's probably not nobody, if you're just starting, like,
especially
cheap and grab a dynamic.
Yeah. Well, and that's like the thing too, is like you don't want to deter people away from trying stuff by making like a starting kit seem too expensive,
Yeah. Grab a CAD U1, that USB dynamic, like,
God, dude, though. I had the worst experience.
The first one was terrible, but
yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that's right. Yeah.
They fixed it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not that bad.
That's right. Yeah, I forget that they fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Like when Bandrew did a second run through of that video, I was like, damn, that's perfectly usable. And it was like $15. And you don't need anything else.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy actually. Huh. Yeah. Oh man. And that's like the thing that is a little bit discouraging and disheartening about like what we do is that you could do that and like you'd be fine. But if you want to level up with Mike Newman ever, like you just have to, you got to pay the money, but
wonder if he ever regrets his name choice.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
It's a good name.
It's a great name.
Like, it's a great name.
Yeah.
But like when we start talking about leveling up, because leveling up is a common term.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So now when we say it, it's associated with Mike Newman.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime I hear anybody out in the wild say obscure, I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because I fucked up and made my Wendy's app with like my email address. So now anytime I go through Wendy's, they're like, did you have a mobile order? And I have to be like, yeah, it's obscure. Just obscure. That's all it goes by. Like I have to tell them it's for obscure. And like one time I literally heard a worker behind the, other worker say, did he just say obscure? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I
did.
I did say that. Yep. Dude, that's hilarious actually. Oh man.
No, it sucks. It sucks. And I have so many points that I can't,
Yeah.
I'm not going to just start a new account, so I'll just be obscure every time I go through and grab my precious
Frosty.
No. I go through in the mornings a lot and get it's like a fruit and grain bar.
Okay.
It's fucking delicious.
Huh.
It's like so good.
I've never
better than grabbing a granola bar at the store. It's chewy and delicious and soft and
I didn't know that they had anything like that. That's wild.
Huh. It's delicious.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun, It
has. And we talked about gear, which means it's been a while because the past 5 episodes we probably talked about gear for 10 minutes and then talked about all kinds of other shit.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel weird talking about gear because if I'm being honest, I don't give much of a shit about it to be real. Like I'm kind of sick of all of it.
I get you. Well, I feel like I put like a lot of my creative like gear choices into the camera and lighting and everything, and then I will say that the audio is like it's not like boring to me, but I'm just like like it's just but
what's left to talk about with it?
Exactly. So but I mean I'll
still do videos. It's not I'm not even saying that. Like there are days where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of excited to make this video
for sure,
but overall where I used to be obsessed with it, now it's like,
yeah, I get you. Yeah, well, it definitely takes like a very particular item to like get me very excited,
Exactly.
But it does happen, but it's rare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hence the issue with that being $130. It might be pretty damn exciting if it was like 55.
Dude, yeah, that'd be, yeah. I'd even say like 69 would be very exciting for multiple, in multiple levels.
I mean,
leveling up with my.
It's still exciting to me at 44 years of age.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
It may not be exciting to onlookers that happen to see it, but exciting to me.
Yeah. There's going to be, you'll get your OnlyFans count up, dude. Come on. Yeah, it'll get there. It'll get there. But yeah.
It's been 3 long years, man. I'm still at 3.
And 2 of them are my wife with different accounts.
Now, one's my wife and one's me, and I don't know who that third person
Dude,
is.
that would be honestly scary at that point.
That would be scary. Who is that third person?
I just need to know. It's me. I'll say
that's even with the OnlyFans. Like, I've got it stickered on all our cars.
Yeah,
and dude, I still don't get any.
Oh man, that's
still only 3.
Oh man, oh, that's fun. That's fun. But well, it's been a good time. Are you done? Are you done? I'm done.
I'm good.
I'm done.
Yeah, man. I'm done being inside.
Are you done? Oh, dude, I scraped my.
Ouch!
I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. It came off. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, it was it was my skin that came off. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened or how it happened, but I got an ouchie for you from being inside of you, people.
There's your first build video opportunity. You stretch that skin over a metal ring and hook a couple wires up to it and see if you can get sound out of it.
Dude, that'd be cool, man.
It might work. All right.
Oh man.
All right. Newish Father Bronson. I imagine your bedtime's gotten earlier over the past 4.5 months.
It has, but also, well, some days, but then some days it's like a little bit later because I'm like, I need to do some stuff, So it's kind of like it's averaged. Yeah, it's some days it's
down
definitely
after a long day of raising a child.
Yeah, it's wild, but yeah. So yeah, I'll go just not get sleep. So I'll see you guys later. But yeah, all right. Thanks for letting us be in you.
Thanks, we appreciate it. Sound like said thanks for letting us pee in you. Like, no, that's not what we do, Bronson. Yeah, bye guys.
But it's about to be what we do. Okay, bye.